Welcome in, guys. It is Brad with College SportsCast. We're here to do a crossover show from the Big Fuss to the Game Day Pick'ems. It's week 11. What's up, guys? It's Brad with College SportsCast. We are doing a crossover show tonight. I've got John Hammonds on here with me. What's up, Hammonds?
What's up, man?
We haven't done a show for a while, seems like.
No, it seems like it's been a while.
Or at least it's been one of these shows. We did a Wildcat Weekly show, shortened version on Monday night. But we have been doing a lot of coverage with Kentucky sports, whether that be basketball, football, a lot of different things. So we have missed a show or two, but we are glad to be back with you guys tonight. This is going to be a crossover show between the Big Fuss and the Game Day Pick'em shows this week. Tomorrow night, we got another basketball game. John's going to be in Lexington, so we are doing a crossover show tonight. All right, guys. Start off with, we're going to talk about our Facebook. If you're on Facebook with us, you can subscribe to our channel. It's just 99 cents a month. But wait, right now, I think there's 3 spots remaining. If you subscribe, we have a flash sale going on. The first 5, I think there's 3 spots remaining at 49 cents for the first month. You do get our chat and our subscribers page. All right. If you are on Facebook with us, we appreciate you. If you are on YouTube, we do as well. Please like and subscribe for either one. Like and subscribe, share, comment, do all that good stuff with us. We appreciate you. All right, John. It is week 11, man, in college football. There's only 4 weeks of regular season football left.
Hard to believe.
11, 12, 13, and 14, and then you got the championship week, and then we're going to know who makes the 12-team college football playoffs. It's went by pretty fast so far, man.
Quick.
So that's what we're going to start with tonight. We're going to start with the college football playoffs. So this week on Tuesday night was the very first college football playoff rankings for the 2025 season. And John, I want you to kind of run through the top 25 of the college football playoff rankings. We normally do this on the Big Fuss, and we do this for the AP poll. But this week, we're going to talk about the college football playoff rankings. You got them pulled up for me?
Yeah. Number 3 was Texas A&M. Number 4 was yeah, I'm going. Alabama was number 5. Number 6, no, 5 was Georgia. I'm sorry. 6 is Ole Miss. 7 is BYU. 8 is Texas Tech. 9 was Oregon. 10 is Notre Dame. 11 is Texas. 12 was Oklahoma. 13 was Utah. 14 was Virginia, which they're the 11 seed. 15 was Louisville. 16 was Vanderbilt. 17 Georgia Tech. 18 Miami. USC 19. 20 Iowa. 21 Michigan. 22 Missouri. 23 Washington. 24 Pittsburgh. And 25 was Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean, was there any big surprises for you just looking at the rankings? The one for me was Texas being above Oklahoma.
Yeah, I thought that was a little odd, but I'm going to tell you one that I'm kind of happy about is Pittsburgh. They got a good freshman quarterback out there. He is really, really playing high level football. And Pitt could be a team that might could crash the party, Brad. I'm talking, ACC. They're still right in the middle of things. So, but the other one to me that I did not like was probably Texas.
Remind me, John, didn't
I
Oklahoma
don't know.
beat Texas?
Yes. No, Texas beat Oklahoma, but I feel like Oklahoma has better wins than Texas does. Now, let's be fair. Texas is on a little hot streak. They're 7-2. They're playing as good as anybody right now. They had a really game last week against Vanderbilt. They've really not looked great all year. Beyond those, I really don't have any argument. Now, I will say I was kind of surprised that Virginia was ahead of Georgia Tech and Miami because they both have better wins, I think. But, that loss, I think, Saturday by Miami was really tough for them. Georgia Tech losing to NC State was kind of bad. Let's just be honest. It's not going to look good on the resume. So, but at the end of the day, they still can make a case. I feel like Georgia Tech can make a case if they went out and beat Georgia.
Yeah, I agree. One thing I want to ask, kind of run through a few topics here tonight. SEC versus Big Ten. How many do you think each conference gets in, and who gets the most when it's all said and done?
I think the SEC will. I feel like the SEC will. You got A&M. They're in a pretty good spot right now. Now their strength of schedule is probably outside the top 10. Alabama's slate is pretty high. They're at number 4. They have 3 wins over winning teams: Notre Dame, LSU, Mississippi State. Alabama has 4, so they're basically going to be over A&M if it comes to the head-to-head thing. I don't think A&M is going to drop out unless they really just fall apart late in the year. They still got, I think, 2 games against ranked teams, South Carolina and Samford. So I really don't see A&M dropping out, but I do see a team like Texas. They got Georgia coming up. That's going to be tough for them. I think the Big Ten might get in more than the SEC will. Oregon will be there.
I really think the SEC will get more.
Going to be in there. I think you've got Ohio State.
Yeah, but that might be the only 3,
in my opinion. But that might be the only 3. I was not thinking about Ole Miss, Georgia, and Alabama, and A&M up top 3, 4, 5, 6. But somebody's going to get beat in that little order there. So I don't know, Brad. It's too early really to tell. But right now, I feel like, the SEC is really beating up on each other right now.
They are going to beat up on each other. And the Big Ten, not quite as much. But I still think it's just those 3 that gets out of the Big Ten, more than likely.
Well, I'll say I don't really think A&M, or not A&M, but Texas and Oklahoma is really going to get in unless Texas really gets hot here late. I do like the Big 12 chances with BYU, Texas Tech.
I'm having trouble hearing you.
Utah.
Mine or yours? Can you hear me? So Jared Wells says Washington could win out. They could, but are they too far down? What are they, 22nd or something? I mean, they could. I just don't know if they're not too far down, to be honest. I think John was having some difficulties there. So, but Jared, I agree with you that Washington could win out. I'm just not so sure that they are high enough to get inside the top 10, basically, because right now you have to be inside the top 10 because the ACC's outside of 12 and the group of five is outside of 12. So if you're not inside the top 10, you're not actually going to get in. 11 and 12 are not guaranteed when you got two conference division or winners that are going to be outside of the top 10 or outside of the top 12. So that's one big problem. Another question I had here is, can the ACC or the Big 12 actually get two teams in? What's up, Dave? Good to see you here. Hopefully, John will try to jump back in here in a minute. But the ACC and the Big 12, I mean, this week we got BYU playing Texas. They are currently like 7 and 8, something like that. They are both in right now, but one of these two teams is going to lose. BYU is undefeated. Texas Tech has only one loss. This is at Texas Tech this week. And after one of these lose, can Utah, Cincinnati, can they sneak up and get in out of the Big 12? And the ACC, their best team is Virginia and Louisville at 14 and 15, I believe, in the rankings right now. And I think it's going to be really hard for an ACC school to get two in. I think the Big 12 probably has a chance right now. Jared, I agree with you that the ACC likely won't. That's what I'm, trying to explain is I don't believe they probably will. I think the Big 12 has a chance to get two teams in. I just don't believe the ACC right now will, to be quite honest with you. Let me get John back in here. He is up. He was kind of cutting out, or at least he was for me.
Can you hear me now?
Yep. I think I got
haven't
you.
it from my phone. Apparently, my internet access is really acting up tonight. So.
Yeah. I'm on my phone as well, so that's the reason why mine's so. But yeah, I was talking about the ACC and the Big 12. Is there a chance one of them gets two teams in?
Yeah, I think they do. You got you even got the Big 12 with, um, you know, Texas Tech, BYU, those teams. So
We got
at the end of
Utah,
yeah,
Cincinnati. There's still a
Utah,
couple.
which I'm still not a fan of Utah right now. I know they beat Cincinnati last week, but I still think that there still needs to be some talk about them a little bit. I mean, I wasn't real thrilled, especially with their slate before Cincinnati. They really haven't played. I mean, they got whipped by Texas Tech. They haven't looked great at times. And I just still think they're the third best team in the Big 12. I think BYU and Texas Tech are better than them both.
Yeah, but they play each other this week, so
They
somebody's
do.
losing.
Somebody's going to be out.
Somebody's
They're
losing.
not going to be out, but they're going to be out.
BYU won't necessarily be out with one loss, but
No, I agree with you. So
Texas Tech would have two losses, and that would be a home loss if they lose because that game's at home.
it would be.
All right, my next question, real quick, talking about the college football playoff rankings. Group of five, man, no team was in the top 25 out of the group of five conferences. John, do you think that will be the case at the end of the year? Do you think one will sneak in? Do you like the fact that a team gets into the top 12 that might be 28th or 30th?
Possibly. I mean, there's not a lot of great teams in the group of five, Brett. I mean, you look at it last week. Tulane didn't play great. They got whipped against UTSA, a UTSA team that's not really that great. Memphis, I feel like can be there. I don't know, Brett. Like, is there really a team out there in the group of five that really kind of just jumps out at you? Like,
I mean, there's not a Boise State like there was last year.
No, that's what I'm saying. There's not, you have Navy, but they lost this weekend. I don't know,
Navy,
Brad. I mean,
Navy's going to be lucky if they don't finish with at least 3 losses. To be honest,
yeah, maybe. I'm gonna go a little farther here. What about San Diego State? Like, they're like hanging a balance there.
Man, is that who we're really going to put in the college football playoff?
I mean, at this point, they got probably the best chances anybody.
I mean, hell, if you're going to go San Diego State, I'm hoping Western Kentucky gets in.
At this point, yeah.
I'm just being honest. They play LSU in a couple of weeks, and at LSU, and LSU's got all this stuff going on. They could finish 10-2 and beat LSU. I mean, hello, let's put Western Kentucky in this thing. I mean, if San Diego State's got a shot,
my camera work.
Yeah. If you'd leave it alone.
It's acting up tonight, man. I'm telling you. Hold on a minute.
I mean, I say let's put WKU in the thing if they beat LSU. That's all I'm saying.
It's not even showing me now.
Jared says he thinks all teams should have a chance to get in. But I'm not saying every team does have a chance to get in. You just got to win games and be impressive. I'm not a big fan of the 28th ranked team that's not even in the top 25 getting in the playoffs. I'm just not a big fan of that.
I'm telling you, man, my internet's messed up tonight.
Well, your other one is still on. That's why you're down there and I'm up there.
I have no idea what's going on tonight, Brad.
Well, it's still on. That's all I'm saying. All right, John, real quick, locks. Who do you think right now is already a guaranteed lock to make the final college football playoff? I'm going to say Indiana, Ohio State. I think Alabama is.
Alabama, A&M, I think, Ohio State.
A&M is a maybe.
Notre Dame.
I'm not ready to say A&M is, to be honest with you, because they've got to finish with some wins.
I think Georgia is.
I don't think so. I don't think Georgia's a lock because if they lose to Texas, if they lose to Texas, they won't even be playing in the SEC championship game.
No, I agree with you. I don't know. I don't know.
I just don't agree with that, Jared. This is college football. We're not talking about college basketball, man. This is college football.
So
we're not trying to make college football March Madness. That's not what we're trying to do. I don't like it at all, to be honest.
No, I'm not a fan of it, to be honest.
Like college football has always been about the prestigious.
Yeah.
That's what it's always been about. You got to be the class of the field to even have a shot. I just don't like this whole idea of even a 24 or 20 team or all this stuff. I don't like it at all.
No, I'm not a huge fan of it. And I'm not even a huge fan
trying to make college football March Madness.
I'm not even a huge fan of expanding the tournament field. Like, what are we doing? Like, do you want to? And why I'm on this topic real quick, and then we'll get to the game. But you want the playing games to be like they was a couple years ago with Virginia and Colorado. Like, that's what we're going for. Like, a team that is not great playing two
I mean,
team
who
bad
wants
teams.
to watch that?
Who wants to watch that? Like, you know. But somebody said, "Well, it's college basketball." Yeah, it might be college basketball, but
This isn't college. That's not what college football has ever been. That's not what this is.
no, it's not. I agree with you, Brad.
College
I agree with you.
football is always about the prestigious. That's what it's about. It
I agree
should
with
be difficult to get in.
you. It should be. I agree with you. Basketball, you have 16,
I mean,
17 wins, and
we've always had the championship and the New Year's Six bowls. If you didn't make the New Year's Six bowls, you didn't make a prestigious bowl.
no, it was
Simple.
basically just a toilet bowl type thing.
It's that simple. It's always been that way.
And bowls have kind of lost their lackluster lately, though. Like beyond the top 12. After that, it's a crapshoot. I mean, it's not.
If you want to be happy because you're playing in the Bozo the Clown Bowl, I mean, go right ahead.
Oh, Bozo the Clown. That's a good one.
I'm serious.
Oh, that's pretty good.
The Mr. Rogers Neighborhood Bowl, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, that's just how I feel about it. I mean, Jared, I agree with some of that. I just don't agree that college football is college basketball. That's not what it's always been. I mean, I'm serious, Jeremy. Like, let's stop trying to make the college football playoffs the like Bozo the Clown Bowl. Like, for real.
Yeah, I agree with you.
All right, we are going to get to some pick'ems.
Yeah, please do. You're getting on a rant, and I don't want to hear it tonight.
Listen, we guys on talking about it, so I had to say something. All right, this one I almost didn't put this game on, which almost seems unbelievable. Indiana is at Penn State, and I still am not used to this. Indiana is a 14.5-point favorite at Penn State, John.
Penn State is a
Is
mess.
this basketball? Are we is it like what are we doing here?
Penn State's a mess right now. And listen, this could be a tough game, even for Indiana, because it's on the road. It's at a hostile environment. But with the way Penn State is playing right now, I just don't see a way that Penn State can win this game. Indiana is playing at an elite level right now, like an elite level, like enough to garner that they might win out. Well, let's be fair, they probably have to play Ohio State in the championship, but they might win out beyond the
Regular season. I think they have a shot.
season. And then if they lose to Ohio State, they're probably going to be in anyways. But
Yeah.
I just don't see it, Brad. I'm going to take the 14 points. They're beating teams
Like by 50 points, 45, 50 points.
Yeah, I just don't see any way with everything going on with Penn State and what's going on with the program, the coaching.
I mean, maybe Penn State can find a way to win and they can be in the We Can All Be Friends Bowl.
Yeah, maybe so. I don't know. But I think Indiana wins this game. I think I'm going to take the points for Indiana. I just don't see a way Penn State wins this game.
Why can't we all just be friends bowl?
And here's the thing, Brad. Would I have been saying this about a month ago, 2 months ago?
No, absolutely not. It's absolutely It's wild.
That's the thing.
Look, take Signetti, lay the points. That's all I'm going to say because there's no way.
No, I agree with you.
All right, the Georgia Bulldogs are at the Bulldogs of Mississippi State, and
Listen, Brad, Mississippi State has went through some rough moments this year. Now they finally broke through and they beat Arkansas last week. I think, Mississippi State. They come home. They play a good Georgia team that has really flirted with disaster quite a bit.
poor Bobby Petrino. Poor Bobby Petrino.
Well, and the thing is, Georgia has flirted with a lot of disaster lately.
Man.
They should have lost to Florida.
Yep.
Should
have lost to Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Should have lost to Tennessee.
Yep. I mean, Georgia don't rush the passer well. And I think Jeff
Listen,
Levy
here's my thing about this game, John. Georgia's defense is not that great, guys. They're not that great. I've watched them several times this year. They give up a lot of points.
They do.
And Mississippi State, the one thing Mississippi State does is have good offense.
Yeah, but can their defense stop Georgia? That's the question.
Well, I was talking about how many points Mississippi State is likely to put up on this Georgia team.
I think I'm going to take the points here, Brad. Mississippi State, I just...
Man, I don't know. Like something inside me wants to in Starkville.
I'm taking Mississippi State to cover. That's what I'm
okay.
saying. I just don't think 9.5 points. I just, cowbells clanging, a rowdy environment. Like it's going to be tough for them.
That's kind of where I am. I think Georgia wins, but I think it's a 7-point game.
I do. And I think Mississippi State will keep this game close, probably till halftime. And Georgia's most likely going to run it out, and they'll do their normal Georgia thing. They'll win when it matters. They've done it.
They'll be behind at halftime. They'll be down 21-17 at halftime, and they'll come back and win by 7.
That's just how they played all year. And, they done it last week against Florida, done it against Tennessee. I mean, they just find ways to win football games.
Yep, 100%. I agree with you, Jared. Like it's really wild how Georgia plays every week.
Yeah, it's very up and down, man, to be honest with you.
It is, but they find a way to win. I can tell you that. All right, BYU at Texas Tech. Texas Tech is a 10.5-point favorite at home. By the way, BYU is still one of the 4 undefeated teams.
I'm going to tell you, man, if you've never heard of Bear Bachmeier, you need to watch Saturday. BYU's quarterback, really good. BYU, I feel like, has been doubted all year, Brad. And they've answered the bell. They're 8-0. They're coming into a game. This might be the game of the year in the Big 12.
There's only 4 remaining undefeated teams. BYU is one of them.
Texas Tech has been playing really well as of recent since their last loss. I feel like the winner of this game is probably going to win the Big 12.
I do too.
Most likely.
I do too.
I still think he's going to prove his doubters wrong. Bachmeier, he's done it all year. And Brad, he's a freshman.
He is.
Let me say that again. He's a freshman.
And looks and plays like a linebacker.
Yes.
At the quarterback position.
Now, I will say this kind of worries me with them on the road. If this was in Provo, I could understand a little bit, but 10.5 points is awfully high for this. So I think I'm going to take BYU in the points. I don't necessarily like this line. It's a little high, to be honest.
That's where I'm at, man. I think I'm taking the Cougars and 10.5 points in this one. If I was a betting person, I think that's what I would do here is take BYU at 10.5. All right, Texas A&M is another one of those undefeated remaining teams. They are at Missouri, and A&M is a 6.5-point favorite in Columbia.
I like Missouri, but I'm going to tell you something else that I don't like is the way they've been playing the last couple of weeks. They have not looked good, Brad. You know, the Vanderbilt game, they didn't look great. The, the Alabama game, they slept up and had some crucial mistakes that lost them the game there. Now you get a chance to come back home and play a really hot A&M team. Marcel Reed. I'm going to tell you, this A&M defense is legit. And you know what worries me about this game, Brad? Missouri's don't have their quarterback, Probula.
Oh, is he not going to be playing?
Yeah, I think he broke. Wasn't he the one that broke his leg? Tore his ACL?
I've been so busy. You know, I don't know.
I think he broke it at Vanderbilt, if I'm not mistaken. I can look it up real quick. If he's the same one I'm thinking about. He's out, yeah, Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, he's out. I think he sustained a non-fracture dislocated ankle against Vanderbilt. They haven't really set a timetable for it, but I figured he would be out with that. So, but where do they go to quarterback? That's the question. Like, Horn's not there. He's out. You got a good hot A&M team coming in that can play with just about anybody. Their offense is outstanding. Their defense is really good.
Yeah, man. With the quarterback out, their backup's already out. Like, I'm not sure where they go with that.
Well, their backup is Matt Zollers, the Penn State transfer. So,
Yeah, but it was Horn. Before the season started, it was Horn.
It was Horn, but Zollers is the quarterback now. So, I like Missouri at home, but I like this A&M team a little bit better. I think they get it done. I think they win by 6.5.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm going to go too, man. With the quarterback out, I do like this Missouri team,
Their
and
defense.
for all that, with Hardy and everything, I really thought they had a chance, and
Well, if
and
their
that would be the
offense
only.
could have done anything, their defense kept them in the game against Vanderbilt. Their offense couldn't do anything. They just simply could not do a thing. And it just seemed like that every play was a punt on both sides. And it seemed like that they just could not get any traction. And their defense was the reason for it. Their defense kept them pretty much in the game to give them a chance to win.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to go with the Aggies and lay the 6.5 points in this one as well. We're going to move to the Big Ten here. We got Oregon at Iowa. You know, it's a hard place to play at Hawkeye Stadium, and the Ducks are favored 6.5.
I like Oregon here. I'm not high on Iowa. I know they're playing good. I know they're 6-2.
I think they're like 6-2 or something. Yeah, I mean they've been playing pretty good.
They have, but Oregon's playing for their life right now.
They are. They can't afford to lose this one.
They can't afford to lose this game. And I'm going to be honest with you. Kinnick Stadium is a tough place to play. I don't know. Is it a day game or a night game, Brad? I don't know, but
I do not know, to be honest.
Either way, it's a tough game, especially at night in Kinnick Stadium. They play their best football at night there. They've been really good there. So I expect this to be hard fought, but I expect Oregon to take care of things and win this game by at least what the point spread says, about a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of where I am, man. Dan Lanning and Dante Moore and that group up there, man. They have a lot of goals on this season.
Yeah,
I expect them to come in here.
There's still quite a bit to play for, Brad.
I expect them to come in here and get a big win and cover the spread by at least a touchdown. That's where I'm going to go with this one as well. Let's see what Jared says. Oregon, but a close one is what Jared says. I agree it'll be a 10-point game or some, maybe 2 touchdowns at the most, something like that. But I do believe the Ducks will cover this and win the game.
Yeah, I do too.
All right, John. I put a couple of ACC games on here. Virginia was 14, I believe, the highest ACC school. Again, outside of that top 12, I'm not a big fan. But one is going to find their way in. Wake Forest has had a lot better season than people give them credit for with a new coach there. They're
Yeah.
5-3.
Now, they didn't
And
look
they're
great
at
last
Virginia.
week. They did not look great last week. They got blown out by Florida State, 42-7, which was really tough game for them.
They beat Clemson the week, or not Clemson, but who was it they beat 13-12? SMU. They beat SMU.
SMU, that's who it was.
SMU.
But this game scares me in a way. Like it rings alarm. Like there's some, it's a 6-point spread. Virginia's playing for a lot. They're 8-1. They're 5-0 in the ACC.
Yep,
this
they're
is
still
a game that
they're
you
still
don't want.
undefeated in the ACC.
Yeah, this is a game you don't want to fall asleep. It's sort of like one of those trap type games. Like you don't want to fall asleep and you don't want to lose this game, because if you lose this game, your chances of making the playoffs get kind of short.
Yeah. They're not over because you're still just one loss in the ACC, and somebody's got to make it.
Yeah, but then you got Louisville kind of creeping in behind you. That's the kicker.
Yeah.
So
they're next on the list actually. So
yeah, Virginia I think wins this game, but Wake's got a pretty decent defense. They're pretty stout on the defensive side of the ball. I think they'll give Virginia some fits, but I think when it's over with, I think Virginia takes care of things at home.
That's where I'm going to go, man. Virginia, with a second-year coach here, is playing for a lot, man. I mean, they have a real shot of making the college football playoff.
He does. They do.
Like, they have a real shot.
And it wouldn't shock me, Brad, if Wake won this game either. Like, their defense is playing good.
Yeah.
Like I said, they have wins over Oregon
Virginia,
State, SMU.
if they can keep putting points on the board like they had been, I think they can win this game.
Well, and they should have beat Georgia Tech if not for a horrible call.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. They should have beat Georgia Tech, and they would have been sitting in a different kind of spot. But you are what you are. You are what your record says you are. So go into this game, try to figure things out, and maybe, just maybe, upset Virginia and knock them out of the playoffs. Like, get to a bowl game in your first year as coach. Like,
yeah, absolutely. I am going to take the Cavaliers in this one, but I agree with you guys. Wake Forest has been playing tough. And, the Georgia Tech game, I mean, they kind of found a way to lose, to be honest.
yeah, but to be fair, that call that they got was pretty bad. Like,
that's true, but still shouldn't have put themselves in that situation. They had a pretty good lead.
That's very true. Yeah.
All right, ACC, Louisville is up there with one loss in the ACC as well. One of the teams.
I'm going to make this pretty quick. Louisville wins this game by the spread, 18.5. California is going absolutely backwards. Louisville is playing at a high level. Their running back, Brown, is really, really good. Their quarterback is playing really, really well. Louisville is, like I said, that's that kicker. Louisville is sitting right there in that back seat, hoping that one of those teams above Virginia and them can fall off. And if Louisville gets in there, they're going to have a chance.
They will, for sure.
I'm going to say this too. It might come down to that Kentucky game at the end of the year, as much as
it could. It could. Sure.
To win or lose, to get in.
Well, if they're in, they will have already locked in the ACC championship game before
they probably would lose that game, and if they lost the ACC, they'd probably be done. But
Yeah.
that's a hypotheticals between now and then. But
Yeah. California had played pretty good. They have kind of fallen off. The 18 and a half does scare me a little bit, but this is up in Louisville. I think they take care of business here.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But here's my question: how long is Braum there? Because I'm sure his phone's ringing off the wall.
I say Florida's probably wanting him pretty bad.
I know that's where he played. That's his alma mater. It's not going to be easy. But if Florida, LSU come calling, you got to take that, right?
Yeah, I mean, but this was his dream job, Brad. Louisville.
I think this was his alma mater job. I do not believe this was his dream job.
From who I talked to, I feel like this was his dream job. Do you leave your dream job to go to Florida or LSU? I mean, in my mind, you probably do. But then if he does leave, what happens to Louisville? Like, do they go back to being?
Maybe they hire Bobby Petrino.
That's a good answer.
I'm sorry. For a third time. Maybe they hire Bobby Petrino for a third time.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help that.
Oh, goodness.
I mean, he's doing great at Arkansas.
I mean, what do you consider great, Brad?
Okay. I'm sorry. I had to go there. LSU is at Alabama. This is, I think, their first game after firing Kelly. I think they had a bye week last week. Bama is a 9.5-point favorite.
You know what worries me about this game? Is LSU has not played great, but at the same time, they still got a lot of talent on this team to go into Alabama and win this game.
They do, especially defensively.
Well, and I feel like, they've had the bye week. They probably want to throw some wrinkles at Alabama. I'm going to be honest with you. Ty Simpson is playing at an elite level. He's even his stats at home is impeccable. But how do you kind of get these kids up for a game with an interim coach after just firing their head coach in a tough environment like Tuscaloosa? Man, that's especially under the lights at 7:30. Tough for LSU. Let's be honest.
It is. I mean, right now I'm believing in Alabama. What Kalen DeBoer has turned around.
I'm on the DeBoer train. I think they figured it out. They're playing their best football right now. They beat 4 top-ranked teams. They got probably the best resume in college football. Let's be honest.
I think so. Yeah, they do resume-wise.
When you look at it from top to bottom.
Oh, yeah. I believe that.
And I don't know, Brad. I want to say the LSU hangs with them because this is a rivalry game, but I just don't see it. Give me Alabama.
And this is the last year of LSU and Alabama every year.
That's wild to think about.
Yep.
But yeah,
I'm gonna
go Alabama 9.5. I just think LSU's in a downward spiral. Now, do I think they'll play pretty good? Yes. I think first half.
I actually think here's the thing. A lot of times after a fired coach, they'll be hyped up and play good. So I actually think LSU will play better than people will think they will. I still think this could be a 10-point, 12-point, 14-point win by the Tide.
Yeah, they'll put it away in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. All right, John. This is one I thought about taking off too, but let's do this one real quick. Up till last week, Navy was still undefeated. They lost last week. They are at Notre Dame. Notre Dame is a 26.5-point favorite to a one-loss Navy team.
Do you know how that's high, man?
26.5 point favorite here.
That's high.
I know it's in South Bend, but
I don't know, bro. That's awful high to me.
seems like it.
Well, I mean, Notre Dame's playing probably at a level that they've not played all year.
They're playing the Marcus Freeman way. They
Yeah.
start the season out 0-2, 1-3, and then they win every darn game.
I mean, Navy's good. They got a really good quarterback in Blake Horvath. He's probably one of the top quarterbacks in the country, I think. Then on the other side, you got Notre Dame. C.J. Carr is playing probably as good as anybody. They're humming at the right time.
Well, there's a guy by the name of Jeremiah Love.
Yeah,
he's pretty
playing good. I think I'm going to take Navy in the points. I just don't. I think that's just too high to me. Even it being at Notre Dame, I just don't. That's a little high for me.
I'm going to do the opposite because I think we've done everything the same this whole show, I believe. So right now, I'm going to try to take the opposite here. Listen, Navy's had a great season. I believe that they're going to lose this one and at least one more. I do not think they will be in the college football playoff. They could find, I do believe they lose this one and one more. So give me the Fighting Irish at home and lay a lot of points here. John, I put this one on because if Tulane wins this, Tulane still only has one loss in the AAC.
Mm-hmm.
If Tulane wins this, they could be in the driver's seat to at least make the AAC championship game.
I feel like John Sumrall's teams need to avoid the rat poison.
Well, I think it's the coach rat poisoning. He's being hyped up for LSU. He's being hyped up for Auburn. I think it's a distraction, to be honest. I think that's what happened last week.
But to be fair, the group of five, the final 4 weeks is wide open. Like Tulane is still right there, but they're going on the road to Memphis, and there's been rumors of Silverfield maybe going to Arkansas. There's a lot of smoke in this game.
There is.
For both sides. Like, which team is going to be mentally prepared to kind of figure this game out? But I think I'm going to go Memphis here. I like them at home. I think they're better at home.
I mean, I heard today that Silverfield had a meeting with the team to tell them that he was taking the Arkansas job. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I have no idea. But there is a lot of stuff going on with these two teams.
Yeah, there is. Especially on, Summerall's side. There's been talk of him going to Auburn, talk of him maybe LSU. There's a lot of noise in this game, and which team mentally can kind of block out the noise and win this game is going to be important.
Memphis right now has a real shot. They beat South Florida. They have a real shot of being that team that makes the group of five for the college football playoff. But however, Tulane only has the one loss in the AAC, and if they beat Memphis, they might have at least a chance at making the AAC championship game, which, if they won, could lock them into the college football playoff.
That's true. I think I'm going to go Memphis, Brad. Probably just take the 3.5.
Well, I'll take the green wave, man, and we'll try to do a couple of these that's a little different. I really do like Summerall. I think Memphis has a good chance of winning this game, just to be honest. But I'll be different here than John and take the 3.5. And then the last football game, we don't have to talk a ton about this one, but I did want to mention the Florida at Kentucky game. Florida is a 3.5 point favorite. Mm-hmm. John will be there, so Just want to throw that in, but we don't have to talk a ton. Kentucky
No.
is coming off a win finally. Florida is kind of a dumpster fire right now. What do you think in this game, John?
It's really hard to tell. You know, Florida's missing a lot of guys on the injury list. Two
Look
of
at
their
the
best
injury report.
receivers.
It's got like 12, 14 players on it.
Two of their best receivers are out.
Yeah.
Dallas Wilson being one of those. He was
Yeah.
one of their best players. They had a few linemen, I think. Kentucky actually had on the
There's like
probable
three
list,
running backs out.
and Kentucky had DJ Waller on the probable list,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
may be a good sign he might get to play like this
Maybe.
weekend. So
This is at home. I'm giving Kentucky a chance here. Listen, at home, maybe they've turned the corner. I like the way Boley has played the last 3 or 4 weeks for the most part as a freshman.
Since I'm kind of going, I'm going to not give my pick, but
Yeah.
I'll say this: if Kentucky wins this game, honestly, you change the whole season.
I think Stoops might stay if he wins this game.
That's but if he don't, it kind of gets mucky.
Yeah.
But that's
If you win this game, if they win this game, John, there is a path to a bowl game.
There's a path to 7 wins, believe it or not.
But there is a real path.
But you would have to win out. Like you'd have to win.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's a real path to a bowl game if you can take care of business at home in Kroger Field at night. I was there 4 years ago when Kentucky and Stoops done it.
Yeah, I was there.
I was in the stadium.
That was when me and you first started.
It was.
Yeah,
I was there 4 years ago when Kentucky done it.
Was that the game?
I know that it's capable. They can do that.
Was that the game that they knocked the ball down in the end zone?
Jacquez Jones.
And they blocked the field goal in the third quarter, I think.
Yeah.
Trevin Wallace returned it for a touchdown.
Yeah. Trevin Wallace. Yeah, that's who it was. Yeah.
Plays for the Panthers now. So
yeah.
I'll say this to just kind of end this. If Kentucky wins this game, they're going to be sitting at 4-5. All right. You got Tennessee Tech next week.
You're 5-5. You got 2 games left on the road, Vandy and Louisville. Win one, you're in a bowl.
But what if you lose both of those? Does the water get murky where he?
I think he'll be back. If it happens, I think he'll be back.
If he beats Florida,
I think there'll be a new offensive coordinator, but I think Stoops.
I think there'll be some staff changes, but that's not for us to decide. That's for UK to decide. But I will say this, Brad, as fans and as media, go out and support these kids. They busted their tails Saturday night. Ty Bryant, Alex Safari, Cutter Bowie played hard. I mean, he didn't have the greatest night, but he looked really well, I thought. He made throws when he needed to. Just go out and support these kids.
And they were very, very elated and happy and relieved to get a win.
They was. I agree with you. They was all ecstatic. That whole it just felt like relief coming off the top of your shoulders. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So.
All right, John, for the first time in season 4, we're going to get to some basketball.
Yeah. I like his Kansas team. Darren Peterson.
Real live basketball.
Yeah, I know.
Excuse me.
love this Kansas team. Darren Peterson might be one of the best players in the country. On the other side, you kind of got Caleb Wilson on the other side. That's a really good freshman. I like this North Carolina team. I think they got a mixture and blend of good players. Kansas, I watched them the other night. Kansas might be back.
I mean, we'll see. There's been some doubters. They were picked 6th in the Big 12, which is way down the list.
Which I didn't agree with. I feel like that was a little too low. for them. So I think I'm going to go Kansas here, Brad. I think I'm going to go Kansas, even on the road. Like I feel like Kansas gets it done. I think Darren Peterson gets it done. This kid, if you've not watched him play, I feel like he's going to be freshman player of the year.
That's a pretty big statement because there's a lot of good freshmen.
They are. I'm high on Boozer, but Peterson's tough. Get out and watch this kid. This kid can play, man. He put it on the Louisville Cardinals about a week ago.
Yeah,
He was. I'm telling you, can make shots, can get to the rim. He's one of those guys. Like he can. He's as Dickie V would say, he's a diaper dandy. He's a PT peer.
he's a PT peer. Yeah, prime time player. That's what that means. If you don't know,
If many don't know, yeah.
yeah, PT peer is a prime time player. That's what that is.
Are you a prime time player, Brad?
Prime time player. Don't be a hater. Be a player.
Yeah, don't be a hater.
All right,
man.
so this is in Chapel Hill. They are 1.5 point favorite, but I mean they got Caleb Wilson, another like PT peer for a freshman. To be honest,
Yeah.
Caleb Wilson is, and I think they're going to have some improvement. But I'm in agreement here, John. I think the Jayhawks are going to go into Chapel Hill and steal one here. And this is Friday. This is tomorrow night for college basketball fans here. I've got 2 Saturday games that we're going to discuss. Alabama is at St. John's. And I say St. John's, this is really at Madison Square Gardens, but that's where they've been playing their home games. And St. John's is a 6.5 point favorite.
Man, I like this Alabama team. I watched them the other night. LeBaron Philon is really, really good. He came back from a team that was one of the top in college basketball last year.
Yeah, Pylon's really good.
He's kind of having to make up for losing Mark Sears. Losing Mark Sears is going to be tough for them, I think. But they picked it up in the portal. They got some transfers in there, and then you got St. John's with Zuby in the middle. That kid can play. He's probably going to be a preseason All-American. Well, he's probably going to be an All-American when it's all said and done, preseason or not. I think he did did he make the preseason team? I can't remember. I haven't really been keeping up with basketball lately because of
No, I don't believe so. I can't remember, but he may have.
They added the Jackson kid from North Carolina, which was big. So Rick Pitino's got another squad, bro. Like,
listen, the one thing I'll say is Rick Pitino still knows how to coach, man.
He ain't lost his fastball, I can tell you.
No, he hadn't. This is going to be a tough one. I'm going to say St. John's gets this one in the Garden.
I'm with you. I think in the Garden, I think the crowd will be lively. It's going to be intense. Good game to watch this early.
The mecca of basketball, I mean, that's what they say.
And I'll be honest with you, a game this early in the season, while football's going on, it'll be kind of neat to kind of switch back and forth to basketball.
It will be. First Saturday, we get to do that. It's going to be fun. There's going to be a couple of really good games to catch. This is one of them. I'm going to take St. John's in this one, though, I believe, over Alabama, the SEC school. But, John, later in the day, tomorrow on Saturday, you got Arkansas at Michigan State. Both teams are ranked. I think it's like 14 and 22. Michigan State early in the season, sometimes they're still learning about their team. Izzo kind of takes some time to get going, sometimes with his team. And Calipari's got some pretty good freshmen, John.
Yeah, I mean, Darius the Cuff, Malik Thomas. This is a really fun Arkansas team to watch, and I know Kentucky fans are not going to be too happy about this, but they can play. I think he improved his defensive team this year, especially at the freshman level. You got, I think, DJ Wagner's back.
You still got Wagner down there. Yeah.
I think you got, what's the big boy's name in the middle? Trevon Brazile. How is Brazile still in college?
I don't know, man. These kids. Did Brazil play like? I don't know, man. Like it seems like he's been there 7 years.
He played for Missouri.
Like, Lord have mercy.
I'm gonna give you a name that you need to watch out for Michigan State. Cohen Carr, forward junior. He can play. I like him. Cooper is going to be really good. I think he's a senior. Jeremy Fears Jr. There's a lot of guys on this team that can kind of mesh together and be a team, be a unit. But I think it's going to take them some time to kind of get, together and build. But listen, when John Rothstein puts it, Izzo is built for March. That's what he means.
Izzo gets his teams together in February and March.
They might lose 2 or 3 games in early December, November, maybe even 4 games. But time they get to February, they're clicking.
They are always
playing. They're always playing hard. So I like this game for Arkansas. I think them on the road, but it will be a tough environment. The Breslin Center is a hard place to play. And I don't really know what to expect from Michigan State because they got a whole new team. They added a few veterans from last year, but at the end of the day, I think Arkansas gets it done. I just think they got better guard play.
There's no Jace Richardson there this year.
There's not, unfortunately.
Yeah, I wished he was back, to be honest with you. He was a fun one to watch.
He was.
But I'm going to be honest with you, John. As much as I hate to, I've got to take Arkansas on this one early in the year. If anybody knows me, they know that I pull for Michigan State outside of Kentucky. And I say that all the time. I will be pulling for Michigan State. I think Michigan State later in the year would win this game. The second game of the year.
Actually, speaking of Michigan State, Kentucky plays them pretty soon.
They do.
A couple of weeks.
They do. The 18th.
The Champions Classic.
Yeah, the 18th, actually.
So we'll kind of get an idea, when we watch them.
This is a game that a Kentucky fan should be watching. You got Calipari and you got Michigan State that you're going to be playing. So this is a game that Kentucky fans should be watching. Unfortunately, I'm going to take Calipari early here in this one, I think.
I think he's good early in the season. Like he was like that with Kentucky. Like they would get hot.
And he usually has Michigan State's number. If you go back and look what he did at Kentucky versus Michigan State.
Yeah, he's
early in the season in those Champions Classic.
Yep.
So I'm going to go Calipari in this one and take the Razorbacks. All right, John, I do have 3 women's games to talk about real quick. By the way, Kentucky women's put it on Monmouth tonight and scored 104 points. Got to give them a shout. Lexi Blue, great job. Great job tonight. Loved the fact that you are knocking down shots. Are you there? Which one?
Yeah. I'm here.
You're also froze at the top in my screen, so I don't know.
I'm telling you, it's been a wacky night. Let me tell you.
All right, the first one, I got to give a shout out to them. Amelia Hastett, Gabby Brooks knocked down 2 3-pointers tonight late in the game. That is Coach Kenny Brooks' daughter. Got to give you a shout out to you. It's great to see. And the Cats won big, 104-46. Just got to throw that in there.
Yeah.
Right. Richmond is the number 24 team in the AP poll. Texas is number 4. This is at Texas.
I got
John.
Texas.
Just to give you a little bit of info on Richmond, they were 28-7 last year. They're returning some players. They have a girl opening game, scored 28 points. Her name is Maddie Dugan. They are ranked 24th in the country, even though they are not in a power conference.
I just think Texas will be too much. Madison Booker, Old Acre. I just think it being at Texas.
Roy Harmon.
I think Roy Harmon. Yeah, I just think they'll be too much to handle.
Oh, I do too. But this is two ranked teams that's playing for tomorrow night. I just wanted to throw this one in there. I do believe that Texas will probably win this one pretty handily. On Sunday, this is a big game. Number 18 USC is taking on Notre Dame. This is at a number 9 Notre Dame. This is at a neutral site.
And the thing is, we don't have no Juju, unfortunately.
And there's no, so Hannah Hidalgo is on Notre Dame, but the other girl, I can't even think of her name right now.
Olivia Miles.
Olivia Miles, thank you. Olivia Miles transferred out. She's at TCU. So there is no Olivia Miles here in this game either.
I like Notre Dame here. I think Hannah Hidalgo is going to be a leader and dog of that team. I think she's going to lead them.
I will say they're kind of rebuilding. They had a few people transfer out.
Yeah, there's a few pieces that they need to fix.
But
I think
when you lose Juju, remember this name, Breezy Davis. Breezy Davidson.
Breezy Davidson is good.
Breezy Davidson.
Yeah, she's going to be good. I think not having that interior with Juju, I feel like it's going to burn them somewhere in the middle of the year. I don't know where we're at, but I feel like, they got the pieces, but I feel like Juju just gives them another dimension.
Oh, yeah, man, that's a big loss. Big loss. She's out with an ACL. She will not be returning this year. She's already announced she's going to sit out this year. So give me Notre Dame in this one early. I think the Fighting Irish will figure out a way to get this one in the win column. And the last one is Monday night. This is a pretty big game on Monday night. This is a top 6 game matchup here.
Yeah,
number 6 Oklahoma is
back in. She's back at UCLA.
Yep, she is, and her sister.
A good team, and her sister. Yep.
Yeah.
Now Oklahoma's lost some pieces.
Yeah, but they got the number 1 freshman in the class, Aaliyah Chavez.
Yeah, she'll be a big plus for them. But Oklahoma lost some pieces, but I feel like they're going to be like right up there in the middle for the SEC.
They still have Peyton Hurlist.
Yeah,
Hurlist.
I think Lauren Betts is the difference in this game. She's an absolute beast in the paint.
Yeah, but man, the thing about this game, John, the power matchup is going to be Reagan Beers versus Lauren Betts.
Yeah, that's basically what it's going to boil down to when it comes to it. So
that's the power matchup in this game.
I think I'm going to go UCLA here.
2 big girls, and when I say big girls, I mean they're big girls. I mean they're not only 6'6". Well, Beers is 6'4", Betts is 6'6", but they're pretty good sized girls now.
I'm gonna give a shout out before we end the show. Did you see the display that Audie Crooks played with last night?
I did not.
She's tough.
She is. Talking about a big girl. Wow. And she plays ball too.
In the paint, like she goes after it, like rebounds. She blocks shots. She can pull you off the drip. Like, man.
I mean, she's like
I hate to be guarding her all night. One-on-one.
She's like a truck in there, man.
I'm telling you, she's tough, man. She's good.
And I'm not like I've watched I cover the women's game. She is literally like a truck down the lane. I mean,
she's good. But shout out, like you said, shout out to Obi. She's starting out the year better than anybody I've ever seen. I watched some girls play ball, and she's starting out a year how anybody would want to start, and
Amelia Hassett had 17 tonight.
That has to be a good sign.
Lexi Blue filled it up with 6 3-pointers, 18 points, career high. Congratulations, Lexi. Just have to throw that in there. And Gabby.
We have a men's game tomorrow night too. Valparaiso. Yeah.
All right, guys. This has been a crossover show. We covered the college football playoffs as part of the Big Fuss show at the beginning of it. We did 11. We did 11 football pick'ems. We did 3 men's basketball and 3 women's basketball. That will kind of be the outline of the show for the next couple of months while football's going on. We will do football and throw in some basketball and a few women's games, some of the best of the weekend. And that'll be kind of the outline of the show for the next several months, to be honest with you, unless through December or in January, actually, because of the playoffs. All right, guys, I am going to wrap this up, but before I do, Home Field Apparel, I did not put this up tonight, so I want to put this up. Check out Home Field Apparel. QR code at the top left of the screen. Scan that code. Go to Home Field Apparel. Locate your team. There's over 180 teams. There is a lot of licensed collegiate vintage gear there that is really cool to wear, to tailgate in, to go to games. It's just some really cool stuff. They have some new drops going on this month, so check them out. Christmas time is coming, so they've got a bunch of new stuff coming up.
I hear you've been wanting something. I hear you've been wanting.
Yeah, check out Home Field Apparel. They've got some really good stuff going on at Home Field Apparel.
I hear Santa Claus is coming to your house this year.
Christmas time is a coming. All right. The Real Fresh channel. We are on the Real Fresh channel. Check us out. Stadium Rant. We're writing all the time. John's doing a lot of work for us. So check out his writing. I've got some as well. But check out our writings and coverage of Kentucky sports, SEC. We appreciate that. Go to their YouTube channels. They have a lot of good shows. So
I got a quick question. Is Santa Claus going to bring you some pecans?
I'm hoping I get some of that pecan pie for Thanksgiving. If not, I'm going to Cracker Barrel.
Oh, I know where you're going.
I'm going to Cracker Barrel if I don't, damn it.
Goodness. Oh,
I'm telling you right now. I'll find it my damn self.
God. Oh, me.
All right, y'all. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to wrap this up, guys. I love me some pecan pie. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
Can't help it.
He's attached to it for some reason. I don't know.
What's up, Earl? Appreciate you being here, stopping by.
How you doing, buddy?
All right, guys. I'm going to wrap this up. This has been a crossover show between the Big Fuss and Game Day Pick'ems. This is week 11. We will see you guys Monday night for our Monday night for a Wildcat Weekly show. I called it something else last year. Sorry. Our Wildcat Weekly show.
I got you mind on pecan pie, man.
Yeah. We'll see you Monday night. We're going to have a lot to talk about. There's the women's game was tonight. The men's game is tomorrow night. Football is Saturday. And the number 2 ranked volleyball team in the country plays Tennessee on Sunday. So there is a lot to talk about in Wildcat country right now. So check out Wildcat Weekly on Monday night with us right here at College SportsCast. All right, guys. We will see you later. Y'all have a good night.
Have a good one, y'all.